Hello. Today we're going to be training the reverse banded flies with a resistance band that I have here tied to a doorknob behind me. Um, so let's get to it. First things first, there's going to be three main things or main measurements that we could use to gauge our progress. So the first is going to be the distance from the support or distance from the anchor. Obviously, if I'm farther, there's going to be more tension on the band, right, relative to where my hips are or wherever I'm sitting. Number two is going to be where I'm placing it or where I'm placing my grip on the bands. So obviously, if I'm holding closer, it's going to be a lot tougher. And also check the specs on your bands if it has like a particular brand. They do have like an elongation percent at which they break. So don't grab them over here and then try to go like 6 feet back. You're gonna snap them. And number three is going to be the elbow angle over here, right? So if I'm going here and I'm pulling back, all that leverage is going into my rotator cuffs. So if that's a little bit painful, but we can't quite find a good grip, we're just gonna shorten the elbow angle and keep them, just try and keep them stable throughout the motion. So we have a good measure of progress, these three things, right? So we can go like this. And remember the movement starts at the back. There's no pulling with the tricep, right? We keep the motion the same with the motion starting at the back. So we're puffing at the chest and we're turning our palms toward the door or towards the anchor, right? So first, I'm going to be starting at the closest angle, close to my hips. So right here, I puff out. This one you may feel a little bit of tension on because of the way that I'm gripping it, because you said you had issues over here. So let's go ahead and grab an upside down grip so it doesn't hurt as much. Right? Depending on how you're feeling, we can do these for sets and reps, or we can do these for isometrics. So the one that I've programmed for you to build up strength in that area is going to be isometrics. And try and gauge what your maximum hold is, right? So if mine is about 3, 4, 5, I'll guess something like 15 seconds, and then I can't hold it anymore, right? If it feels unsafe, I just let it go. Easy as that. So we're going to be training isometrics for about, I'd say 2/3 or 70% of our max hold. The same thing when you're training sets and reps. You go 70, 80, maybe 90% of your max depending on what you're doing. But for us, I've programmed 2/3 of the time of your max hold. We're going to do these for 4 sets and 4 reps. Well, reps. 4 sets of the 2/3 max time hold, and then we're going to go up in the motion. So we're going to start close to the hips, right? Again with that upside down grip because I don't want to put too much tension here, but if it's bearable, I think you should, right? So we're going to go here, right? And then a little bit farther, somewhere under 45 degrees. Let me see if I could turn my back a little bit more, which I don't like to. So right at the side, not somewhere here, but over here. And again, we're turning the palms towards the door, then somewhere above 45 degrees. And then we're going to do just right at 90. And if we can, remember we're training the external rotation of the shoulder, right? So this is going to be more like a face pull. So we can do that doubly hold that you're a little bit more used to, right? So I'm going to go through all of these. relatively quickly. So again, let's note down where our three measures are. Right. I'm going to keep mine not fully extended, but just a little bit shy. Right. I'm going to sit back. This band is roughly equal. And from here, I'm just going to go the reverse grip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's rest for 30 seconds. And then we're going to do it just at the second angle. And remember, we're turning our palms towards the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, another 30-second to 1-minute rest. And the same thing, just a little bit farther, because it's going to be farther out and there's more tension on your rear delt. We're just going to bend the elbows just a tiny bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. And remember, use a grip that you're comfortable with. Your pain tolerance, there should be a little bit of pain, but it should be manageable, like about a 4 out of 10 or less, because we want to provide a stimulus that our body is able to adapt to. And then our last one at 90 degrees, or about 90, with a W pose, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's going to be one circuit 4 times, right? So here, 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 and here, right? And then we're going to perform 4 circuits. So we got in 4 sets at each motion. So mainly, that should be for your rotator cuffs, specifically 2 of them. If I remember correctly, both of them cross the shoulder blade. But it will help build strength in the third rotator cuff, but that's going to be a progression for a later day. All right.